Welcome. Hey, it's John Payne here, Mr. Payne, Insane Payne. I'm gonna do a quick video here on how to do the 4-minute burn. Okay, so the 4-minute burn is what we're gonna do as soon as we get into class, and it's just basically you're drawing an object from life as realistic as you can. I mean, super realistic, but you only have 4 minutes. So the fact that you only have 4 minutes means you're not gonna be able to finish the drawing. Okay, so I don't want anybody to stress or freak out over this because it's just a way we can get our mind ready for regular art. Okay, so kind of leave everything outside the door, come on in, and jump right into some realistic drawing and kind of get into that art mode. So, what we're gonna need, one, I've got my phone here, and my phone we're gonna use as our timer. Okay, and then I got some objects here, and I've got different things to draw from. Okay, so as you're using these, I got pencils, Sharpie, mechanical pencil, whatever. So what we're going to do, first thing is we are going to divide our page into 4 sections, maybe 5. I like 4 though. So let's go with 4. I'm going to go with pen just because that's kind of the way I like to do things. So in this demo, I'm going to start laying out. Let's get that out of the way so we can see a little better. Here we go. Just 4 quick little square rectangle type things, just kind of like if it was a sheet of paper. But because there's only 4 minutes, we're not going to try and do a complete drawing filling up the page. So I'm giving you a little bit of room to go, to have 4 canvases on one page. So we're going to date these. So let's just say that it's August 31st. And then that would be, I guess, September 1st. And September 2nd and September 3rd. Okay, so now I've got 4 different blocks. So each day is going to be a different drawing. Now, it might be this, it should be about the same object. So just some random stuff. I've got this right here, which I'm going to lay out in front of me when I'm drawing from. I'll move this over just slightly. Let's do that. Let that camera focus in. All right, so when I'm drawing this object here, I just want to make sure that I'm trying to fill up this whole space inside here. This whole thing is what I'm looking for, okay? Now, if I could sit there and copy this and put this down here and trace around this, that is what I would try to do, okay? But seeing how I can't, because I'm actually drawing it on the paper straight from that, I'm going to try to use my mind or my eye to zero in on that and to draw all that around there, okay? So we're going to do a quick practice, and it's just going to be 4 minutes. So you're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. It's okay. The more you draw this way, the faster you'll get and the more detail you'll be able to get down. All right, so let's try it real quick. I've got my stopwatch right there and this. And I'm going to hold this up so I could see it a little better because that way you'll see what it looks like, but I can't. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, begin. I got the timer going. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm just going to see what I can get on that. Best information that I can. Now remember, everybody draws a little different. I tend to do kind of a more scratchy, sketchy feel. And if it gets off a little bit, don't worry about it. Just kind of keep going with it. Because we only have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to get this whole drawing done, and we're just going to keep moving with it. And if I make a mistake, I'm not going to worry about it. See, I'm not going to waste time erasing. Not that I could erase with a pen, but I'm going to keep going, keep going. And while you're doing this in the class, make sure, there's no talking during this exercise. I'm doing it now just so I can fill you guys in and educate you while you're doing it. And then that way you can actually really focus. So once we start the 4-minute burns in class, which I think we should have by now, then I want you to really just focus in on the drawing. See, I see some little lines right there, so I'm going to try and bring those in. I'm not sure how well I can do that because I'm already at 2 minutes 44 seconds. Yes, made a mistake there. Shh, it's okay. Nobody knows. That'll just be our little secret. I'm going to darken this in. Sometimes you might need to take a break from drawing and just kind of do a little shading. I like to do that every now and then. Kind of fills my brain up. All right, so now I can see this little line right here. So I'm going to try and bring this out, down a little bit. What I'm seeing is a little line right there. And I'm not going to worry about the teeth just yet. Just try to get just the basic part of the pliers. Only 4 minutes. Oops, big mistake. No worries. Just a sketch, just a kind of a quick drawing. And the more, like, I'll be drawing this all week. So the more I draw, the more I'll start noticing more and more details. There's only 4 minutes. That does not give me a whole lot of time to play with. Ooh, I just drew lines all over the place, but you know what? Again, we're not going to worry about it. So I see that this part is behind that. So I'm going to want this to kind of come down, scoop around. Whoops, it goes back that way. Just do a quick doodle. Scratch it in. Fill in as much information as I can. And like I said, I've only drawn this today. This is like the first time. So I'm a little rusty. I'm not really studying it. I'm not really looking at it like I should. The more I stare at this, the more I work, the faster and the more detail I'm going to see in there. So even though you got mistakes, you don't quit. You just keep going. So now, oh, I see there's like a shadow or something right up here. Maybe kind of round that off a little bit. Add a little more realism to it. And I'm sure yours probably looked a little bit different, but you know, as you're drawing, you're going to get better and better. See, I could see there's a little too much spacing right there and right there than I have. So, but that's okay. And now go in, add a little more highlighting. A little bit of shading right there, which I really can't shade with this, but I can go in and add a little more value. Make it pop. Oh, and I'm out of time. So let's set that down, stop the timer, and let's take a look really quick at it. So it's kind of similar. It looks pretty realistic. I mean, we've got a little bit off on there, but I'm not really all that concerned. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep going and just keep pushing to what I can do. All right. So normally I would say we draw the same thing every day in a different position. Okay, but I want you to see something else drawn with a different medium, okay? So I'm going to go to pencil. Notice that my pencil has, wait, where is it? There it is. No eraser. Don't waste your time erasing, okay? You don't need to, okay? Oh, wait, let's just say that I missed this day. So if I miss this day and I come in, I'm just going to say I was absent. I was the sickie. Okay. Now, so that means I'm going to go to this one right here, and I'm going to choose this random object, which is actually a plug. And so I'm going to go ahead and start trying to draw from this. But again, only 4 minutes. There's only 4 minutes. Are you ready? Are you set? And boom, here we go. Timer's going. Timer's right there. Start looking at it and going, And I want to try and fill in as much information as I can. Try to make it as big as I can. Sometimes I'll just zoom in on something just to try and get that part of the drawing done. And I know that they've got just like a little face right here, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But if I look right here, I can actually see there's something else in there. So as you're doing stuff with art, really pay attention, because you're going to start noticing some things that normally you just don't pay attention to. And you're going to be like, well, I never noticed that before. Okay, we're going to do that kind of loose right there. And I get a little bit of shading. I'm going to keep going because I want to keep trying to get this. Only 3 minutes left. So now I'm going to come back up to here. Go across. Now, line that up. Looks like there's an angle. And every day that you come into class, make sure you are ready to just start drawing the object. There should be a different object on every table. If there's not, then we will make sure we get one. Oops. Sometimes my brain will fill in more of the image than it's supposed to. I'm just supposed to be drawing what I see, nothing else. So it looks like there is a drop here. Then there's a little hole. There's an indentation. There is. I messed that up. It's all right. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't quit. As long as you're drawing, you're doing great. I think this is a little bit shorter than what I did on my drawing, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Keep going, filling in. Getting as much detail as I can. See, I'm not worried about erasing because I've made so many mistakes, but you know, I'm just going to keep going. Not stopping. Trying to get as much info. So it looks like there's actually a soft spot there. Moving it around. Mistakes are made, but we're just going to keep going. So now I can look back up here and I can jump around. It's okay if you want to jump around on this object. Come out. And again, 4 minutes is not enough time to get a completed drawing. I got all sorts of mistakes there, but I'm still going. Nope, stretch that out a little bit farther. I can't see there because my hand is in the way. Probably if I draw this a few more times, I'll be really, really tight with it. Oh, but I'm out of time. So that's perfect to see. So I only had 4 minutes and I didn't finish the drawing. I didn't finish it, but we can kind of tell that, see, this part here got way too long. This part here got a little squashed, but again, you can look at it and see that it is pretty realistic as far as it is a plug. You can see what it is. All right, so let's recap. First thing you do when you come into class, you're going to get the binders, notebooks, sketchbooks, whatever you're using, and you're going to start with the 4-minute burn. Once the bell rings, I'm going to say, boom, it's time, 4-minute burn, no talking. You should be ready. Begin. You only have 4 minutes, only 4 minutes to get this as much stuff as you can down, okay? Every day it's going to switch, like rotate the object so that way we can get multiple sides for it. And then from there, at the end of the week, we'll just push these as daily grades, okay? So if you miss a day, also you put absent and you just say that you weren't here. You might miss 2 or 3 days. If you can, I recommend doing some sketching if you're at home, okay? If you're somewhere else, always be sketching. All right. So if there's any questions, hit me up. If not, hey, let's get creative.